Hi students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss some extra questions from electricity. Are you ready? Let us start. If 10 raised to 20 electrons each having charge of 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb pass from a point A towards another point B in 0.1 second. What is the current in ampere? What is its direction? So, here we want to find the current. Current I is equal to Q by T. Pi is equal to Q by T. Here we want to find I, that is equal to Q by T. If 10 raised to 20 electrons, so N is equal to 10 raised to 20 electrons each having a charge of electron E is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb pass from a point A towards another point B in 1 second. So time T is equal to 0.1 second. This is the point A and this is the point B. Electrons from A to B. Electrons pass from a point A towards another point B in 0.1 second. 10 raised to 20 electrons passes from a point A to a point B in 0.1 second. What is the current in ampere A? That we want to find here. So I is equal to Q by T. T is already given here. Then we want to find Q. Q is equal to N into E. N means that is 10 raised to 20. E that is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. That is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 plus 20. That means 1.6 into 10 raised to 1. That is equal to 16 coulomb of charge flows from A to B. Okay, then we can find I. Then I is equal to Q by T. Q is equal to 16 divided by T, that is 0.1 second. That means 160 divided by 1, that is equal to 160 ampere. Okay, then next we want to find what is its direction. Electrons flows from A to B. Then what is the direction of current? The direction of current that is just opposite to the flow of electron. Electron flows from A to B, so current flows from B to A. So direction of current direction of current from B to A. Okay, understood? Okay, then we can see next problem. Then second question. Two students perform experiments on two given resistors R1 and R2 and plot the VI graphs shown by diagrams 1 and 2. If R1 is greater than R2, which of the two diagrams correctly represent the situation on the plotted curve? Justify your answer. Okay. Two students perform experiment on two resistors R1 and R2 and they plot the VI graph. Diagram 1 and diagram 2 is already given there. If R1 is greater than R2, from these two diagrams, which diagram is correctly represented the given situation? Okay. Then here R1 is greater than R2 is already given. Okay, R1 is greater than R2. From this graph, we will get the resistance of the resistor. Resistance of the resistor can be find out from this graph by using the slope of VI graph. So resistance of resistor is equal to resistance of resistor is equal to slope of VI graph. how we can find the resistance from this given graph? Okay, listen here, I1, and draw one dotted line, and then you should draw another line that is parallel to x-axis. Okay, this value we can represent by using x, that is in the case of R2, dotted line parallel to y-axis, and then another line parallel to x-axis, this distance that is equal to y. So then R is equal to V by I. Okay, here in this case R2 is equal to, I remains same, I1. R2 means that is x divided by I1. R1 means that is y divided by I1. We know that y is greater than x, so we can say that R1 is greater than R2. Okay, so R1 is greater than R2. So correct situation is represented in the first diagram. In this diagram, R1 is greater than R2. But here R1 is less than R2. If we find out the value of R1 and R2, you can see that R1 is less than R2. Okay, so the first diagram is correct representation of the given situation. So slope of R1 is greater than R2. Slope of R1 is greater than R2. Hence diagram 1 is the correct representation of the given situation. So diagram 1 is the correct representation of the given situation. Okay. From here, first we should find R2. R2 means that is x divided by I1. R1 is equal to y divided by I1. We know that y is greater than x, so R1 is greater than R2. So this diagram is correct representation of the given situation. Okay, then we can see next problem. Okay, then third question. The voltage current graph of a metallic conductor at two different temperatures T1 and T2 is shown below. At which temperature is the resistance higher? Okay, at which temperature the resistance is higher? So first we should find the slope of graph at temperature T1 and T2. Slope of two different graph at temperature T2 and T1. Okay, we can same way, this is current remains the same, so this is I1, and you should draw one line parallel to y-axis, and then you should draw another line that is parallel to x-axis, and suppose this is x, and then current remains the same, you should draw one line parallel to y-axis and it intersect the line T2, and then you should draw another line parallel to the x-axis and that distance, that is y. So we know that slope is equal to, slope means that is here resistance, that is equal to, at temperature T2 the resistance is equal to y divided by I1. At temperature T2, Then in second case, slope that is equal to R, that is equal to x divided by I1 at temperature T1. In this case, y is greater than x, so we can say that slope at T2, slope of graph T2 is greater than slope of graph T1. That means resistance is greater at temperature T2 than temperature at T1. Okay, then slope of VI graph at temperature T2 is greater than slope of VI graph at temperature T1. Okay, therefore resistance at temperature T2 is greater than resistance at temperature T1. Understood? First we should find out the slope. Slope means that is the resistance. In this case, I1 remains the same in both cases. So first we draw a line parallel to y-axis and it intersects T1 at the point A, and then you draw another line that is parallel to x-axis. This distance that is x, and from this I1 we should draw one line parallel to y-axis. It intersects T2 at the point B. Then you draw another line parallel to x-axis and this distance is y. We know that y is greater than x. So slope of graph at temperature VI graph at temperature T2 is greater than slope of VI graph at T1. That means resistance at temperature T2 is greater than resistance at temperature T1. Okay. Okay guys, study up to here. The remaining problem we will discuss in the next class. Until then, bye bye.